States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Forum, take a motion to approve the minutes and the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the minutes in the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion will carry. Rich.
Morning. I'll probably bring some agreements next week to do a couple box culverts that I kind of mentioned to you guys last week from WHKS so that they can start working on those and try to get them. It'll probably be a late. We're going to use local money, I believe, on those two projects, so we can kind of maybe advance the speed of the lettings up a little bit. So we'll have favorable balance to pay for those. So we'll go that way. Not much to discuss this morning. I'm trying to get some plans in for letting yet in March or in it's February. I can't make the deadline, so we'll have to push it back to March, but we'll see what I can get done today and submitted. So they're due tomorrow, but just getting some things finished up on them. But I got two projects to get done in the same time period, so try to get them done. Other than that's what I got for this morning. We did get I think the pipe are in for that 480th Street crossing, and we've got a couple on Thrush that we're gonna need to replace yet. Before we pave that next year, so try to get some stuff done this fall. Try to do it where we're not gonna inconvenience the farming too much, but try to get her done before it freezes. So. Well, I've got. I don't know.
You said last week that 390th was 7 miles and 2.8 million estimate. And then you said there's 4.5 miles of Thrush. Did you have an estimate on that? I missed it.
Oh, and yeah, those extra ones that we were talking about for TIF. Yeah, the 390th was 7 miles at I think roughly about 2.8, and then the Thrush, the remainder of Thrush was 1.6.
Gotcha.
I think you guys.
Yeah, you gave us
Yep.
one last week. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I did have a request last week. And I told the individual that maybe it'd be better if he worked with his neighbors. He wanted to see if the county would construct 3/4 of a mile of a dead-end road to get to a property that they want to build on. I said, well, I think you're better off asking your neighbors for some right of way and making a long driveway. So,
Yeah, it'll be one heck of a lot cheaper for everybody.
yeah. Well, there was no way that, I told them if you want it, first of all, nobody's gonna build a road that's gonna be a dead end. You want a through road when you build it. And second of,
Get rid of those.
yeah, we're trying to already limit how many, well, you wanted us to build a level B, and we're not gonna build level B. And I said, and the second thing is if typically the way things work now is if you want a new road, you're gonna pay for it and build it, and then we'll take it over maintenance after that. And then you're not gonna want to spend the 6 figures of plus that it's gonna take to build it. So I gave him some idea that he's gonna work with his neighbors on getting access to his property. So,
Be better try to get an easement along a fence line or something.
well,
Work
and I
that
showed
out a
him
bit
too. I
better.
said that whole right of way there is full of trees and grass that's not being used now. If you talk to your neighbors, maybe they'll allow you to clean everything up, and then they'll still have access to their fields too. So he's gonna work something different out. I kind of, unless he really wants to, he'll have to petition the board for the construction of, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I just can't imagine that the taxpayers would build a dead end road that's gonna basically be a private driveway for somebody. So,
Right.
probably
There's-
not gonna-
We start that theory and that's gonna be.
Well,
where
and that's
you gonna
what
stop.
we're trying to get rid of dead end roads now that are nothing but private driveways. And sometimes they're hard to get rid of. But- Anyway, that's kind of where we're at upstairs. So
Okay. That's good.
I don't know, you guys have DD 13.
Yes.
I don't know what that,
I think that's what is under drainage, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's under county
it's under-
engineer.
oh, that's what I figured. It should be
Oh,
under drainage instead.
sorry.
No,
I just popped it down.
I figured that's what it was, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, so. Okay. Anything else for Rich?
No.
Okay, now we'll move to drainage and we'll.
Need to call Jacob.
Yep. We have some claims to it, so
Mhm.
take a motion for the drainage claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the drainage claims.
Second.
All second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Post same sign, motion will carry.
Ready for a phone number?
Oh,
Oh.
which phone works?
Maybe this one.
This one.
Cell phone. Dial tone?
Yep. 6 to get out of here.
9.
9. Ready?
Yeah, 1-712 250 4318.
4318?
Yeah.
You hit the wrong number.
Nine.
1-712 250 4318.
There it is.
And speaker. If there's a speaker. Oh, I'll use my cell phone.
Mine.
I was gonna say, the last time we were able.
We need
to-
phone training. Just trying to figure the other one out and then to give you a new one.
Well, it said the number that you dialed has not been recognized
Oh,
both times. And the first time we put in the wrong number.
Yeah.
The second time we didn't.
Jackie,
Hey, Jacob, you're in the supervisor's meeting.
meeting. Morning, Jacob.
okay. Good morning, guys.
Yep.
How's everyone doing?
Good, good. So DD 13 amend reclassification and annexation.
Yes. If you've got it, you've got the letter in front of you.
Mm,
I looked at it anyway. I don't have it right in front of
I
me
got
right
it in
now.
front of me.
So I guess I'll give it a little, going to give a little presentation on it.
Yep.
Sure.
So this is an amendment to DD 13. We had the hearing on September 12th.
Yep.
At that hearing, the mayor of Northwood presented a map showing the city's storm sewers in the area. And we recommended at that hearing removing those 2 blocks worth of properties that we had recommended to be annexed because their land was being taken now by the storm sewer and removed from the district. We did have some discussion as well about the lands that were currently in the district in that same general area, the residential properties, and about what their assessments were. We recommend and included in this report lowering those properties assessments. I think they all were under $5 anyways, but if anytime a project becomes really large, they could come over $5. So I'm recommending now in this letter to reduce them down to the minimum assessment. So they're shown as 0, but they're still on the record, and they will pay $5 this time. And probably moving forward, we'll always just pay $5.
Okay.
Because once you're in, you can't get out.
Get out.
Once you're in, you can't get out. And this was, I only brought in the residential properties. In that area, it looked like that was being drained from the storm sewer. There's some commercial properties on the far north end of town. Doesn't appear to have a storm sewer, and they are more connected to that main tile. If you remember, which there's some questions on if that main tile is working or not. However, since it is a district facility and it could be improved, I did not recommend removing those or reducing those to the minimum. Because I do think there's a potential there. You know, they fixed that main tile, or that main tile is working well. They still would be using it more so than these properties, which are using the storm sewer.
So then we're gonna keep a list of those now going forward, because I don't know how to do anything on our system
Right.
until,
Okay.
Well, that
so
sounds-
the board just needs to accept that, right?
Yes, and then probably make a motion to reduce these down to a minimum.
Okay.
Can we do it all together?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm an attorney, but it sounds good enough to me.
Yeah, I would say we can amend it with the. Make a motion to amend DD 13 with the reduction to $5,
Well, we make,
the minimum.
yeah, and then we make a motion to amend those, take those 2 blocks out.
That's
You're
in the
taking-
report.
That's in the report,
Yeah.
so if we accept it, yeah.
And it maybe would help to also put in there that to amend it as discussed at the hearing. I know there was some discussion at the hearing. That way, in case there is any questions, we did discuss it at the hearing, we just didn't
Correct.
formalize it.
Okay. So,
Since
okay,
All right, I'll make a motion to approve or accept the report with those 2 blocks removed. And then also in that motion, the recommendation of the minimum fee for certain properties in that report,
$5. Okay,
$5 minimum.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
It's been moved and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion will carry. Okay, anything else, Jacob?
nope, that's all we've got today.
All right, well, thank you for walking us through that.
Thanks,
Yeah, thanks,
Jacob.
guys.
Have a good day. All
Bye,
right. Claims, any questions on the claims?
Let me go back one more. Resolution regarding drainage districts and utility permits, that IDDA
Oh,
resolution,
Yeah,
the bottom of drainage.
I got it. Okay, I see it now. Yep, okay.
you guys got that
Thank you.
email?
Yes, read it over.
I talked with Cassuth County. And they did that, I think, here a while back. With all that, they recommended to do it too with their drainage districts, and
Right,
it just protects our districts, and that's what we gotta look for and on any project that happens is, there's a lot of money and stuff invested in those districts, and we need to make sure they're kept in good form, so.
it kind of eliminates writing up a new agreement every time for drainage when the project comes through, so.
Yep.
It's there. I mean, it can be written into a new development agreement also, but it's still there, so.
Right,
Which would be good, I think.
yeah, so I think so too.
So does anybody else need to look at that?
Resolution.
Yeah, and utility permit from IDDA?
And you could run through Jeff legal. I guess that'd be the only thing. As long as he's okay with it, then I think we should get it on for approval.
Yeah. so
Yep.
Let him take a peek at it, I'm assuming it'll be
Yeah,
okay.
give his legal opinion on it. That's what he's for.
Yeah,
So
and it's kind of a cookie cutter. I don't know if that's the same one that
I think
Cassuth
that's
used or not,
the
but
one that the ID, yeah, they drew up, and I think a lot of counties are adopting it. So that's kind of when John was here, that's what it sounded like anyway. So
right.
it's kind of simple, and it just one step. Doesn't necessarily solve any problems that could come forward, but
Right.
if they do have under the main, but at least gives you something.
Some sort of protection to start with.
Yeah, so it doesn't drop back on the drainage district.
Yep. Okay, all right. Now claims. Any questions on the claims?
I don't know.
I
Make a
don't know.
motion to approve the claims, and
I'll make a motion to approve the
is
claims.
there a second?
Second.
Moving second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, both same sign, motion will carry. Is there any reports?
Um,
today?
Payroll stuff.
Take a motion to approve the payroll.
Motion to approve payroll claims.
Second,
I'll second it.
moving second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, both same sign, motion will carry. Any payroll,
Nope, nope.
manure management plan.
I sent one of those to you guys.
That's your neighborhood, isn't it? One up there, where you
The
go.
one out to the west of me,
Oh,
north of the casino.
yes, okay,
Used to be Kelso, right?
Like so, yeah.
yeah.
John
Also site
Kelsey's.
anyway, and then
Yeah.
Johnson owned it for a little bit. And then, so, okay, so I will take a motion for the acknowledgement of the manure management plan.
I'll make a motion to approve the manure management plan
Acknowledge and
or
management.
acknowledge it.
Is there a second?
I'll second the
Then
motion.
moving second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Post same sign, motion carried. Get the RFP for the ambulance service in Wood County. You sent us.
Yeah, I just sent that to you. Jeff flipped it over, said everything looks good. Looks like it came from Chickasaw County. We just put all the wording in to make it ours. The ambulance committee's in agreement with it, so just like to run it through here to send it out to ambulance services in the area. Your proposals, see if anybody, what kind of pricing we get back. And that's when it goes out, it's all based off the vote, obviously. If,
Right.
you know, if that doesn't go through, then it's done, dead issue, so.
Dead issue.
It'll still be based off the vote, even if it passes, it's only X amount of dollars and we're gonna have to, hopefully somebody. comes
Yeah,
in
and we
with
can,
me, you know.
and it's, you know, the way it's written is, it protects the county's interest, so we don't have to take the cheapest, we don't have to take this, we're gonna basically go on criteria of, are they gonna have an ambulance, a backup plan,
Yep.
what are they gonna provide to us? And we take the best one for the county out
Pretty
of
in
that,
depth, so,
yeah.
so we basically made a motion to approve sending out the RFP.
I'll make a motion to approve the RFP for the ambulance service in the county.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
And then second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion will carry. All right. Melissa,
I have a long list.
good.
All right, NIAC will be up next week to do education and training opportunities. They're gonna focus on a timeline where Larson employees can come. But it'll be open to the general public. Kaylee's been pushing the fall events. She attended Oktoberfest in Northwood and Junkapalooza in Forest City last week. And she's been really going at the Facebook page the last couple of weeks, so that looks good. We did change up the jobs a little bit just because of what the Lake Mills Chamber was doing. She has a Google document of hundreds of jobs in the area. So instead of doubling the efforts, we just link it to that document until the chamber feels that that is not needed anymore. The childcare grant deadline has been pushed to November 16th. I did send it out to all the cities. It is for businesses to apply to help establish new slots in childcare. It is not to help fill the slots, it's help create new slots. And then could we push our executive board meeting to 1 p.m. on Monday next week? Because they have the Nature Center groundbreaking at 11 o'clock for Winnebago County. If that works for everybody, I mean, I can still grab lunch if you would like. Minute, 1 o'clock, okay? You guys are on mute, sorry.
Can you hear us now?
All right, I'm just gonna assume that 1 o'clock's okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that should be fine, and don't worry about lunch, so.
Yeah, no, we're all good there. We'll just put
Okay.
it, put her down.
I did sponsor, we went together and sponsored the Papa John Gala because I am now on the board, but I do have a ticket. I personally am unable to go to the gala. So if there is a county employee that would like to go in my place, please feel free to contact me. Tickets are $75 if you were to buy them as a general public, and it's kind of it's a nice event. So please send me an email if anybody is interested in going. You can go to any county employee.
When is it?
October 11th. And if you, tickets are on sale, so if you want to go and take your wife, AJ, you can buy another ticket.
She'd probably enjoy that date night.
There you go.
Well, it's a good meal, I think, and
Right.
entertainment at least.
Right.
or see
Yep.
what's going on.
Forest City will be offering a home buyer class. I'm gonna push it on the social media today. So it's good information for anybody, but it stresses like first-time home buyers. And that'll be at the Nyack Education Center. And the Catalyst grant is not, or it is, the pre-application is due in January. So if there's anybody in any community, the only community that I have that is interested is there's one project in Lake Mills. That leaves 13 other projects that we could possibly do if anybody knows of anything that needs help. And then I will be working with USDA this month reporting for the revolving loan fund is due. Okay, my list is done.
Right, thank you much.
You bet.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
nothing from Chris. I don't think I saw that was last week. so-
Yeah, that's what-
Yep, department head discussion, anything, sheriff? Got your
You saw the
letter.
vehicle thing I sent out to all of you.
Yep.
Still working through that. I don't know where we're gonna get with it, but. The other thing is we do have jail school that we're hosting out at the casino this week. The sad news on this, we are gonna try another one this spring, but we went from 80 participants, we're down to 14.
Yeah.
So the numbers since pandemic have just cut down terrible and they do a lot more online stuff. So we're gonna try another one in March, along with the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy, but if we don't get better response, I don't foresee they'll keep doing it out there.
Okay.
So we had the biggest one in the state up until the pandemic, so. But myself and Rick and Jesse will be going to this one out here the next 3 days. So.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else? Department heads? Okay. Supervisor Weekly.
Didn't have anything.
You were gone.
It's going.
AJ,
Had stuff, but I missed it.
that's all right.
I had Care Connections on Tuesday over in Evansburg. We did get allowed from the Iowa Department of Public Health to utilize $1.8 million, I think it is, to get our fund balance down. So we're going to be doing some more of the grant stuff for some of these providers to expand
Okay.
or promote more services. So we'll be going through that again because we don't want to lose any dollars coming from the state. And if we didn't do that, we would probably lose our first 2 payments from the state until we got our fund balance down where they wanted to. So, so we'd rather give it, to the people that need it
Yep.
here, keep it here, and then make sure we get our money from the state.
Good.
So we'll have that opportunity next year to do that. And other than that, everything's going good. I know they've got some in October here, all the schools in all 6 counties of the region are getting a motivational type speaker thing with coming up with the guy that was in the movie was based off the movie McFarland USA. And this is the gentleman that the movie was based off of. He kind of goes around the schools and does these talks and stuff. It's really good. I think it was Palo Alto Hospital that started that, and then we pushed them into doing everybody. So that's going to be starting this month. So once I see the actual schedule, I can push that out. If you guys would want to, or a time to attend one of the schools, you probably could. So, and then we had our first town hall style meeting at Kensett yesterday for the ambulance service. Went over pretty well. There's a few questions here or there. We got answered pretty easily, I think. Dan was there. And now we've got 3 more this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we go Grafton, Manly, and Joyce this week, and then Hannahtown, Fertile, and Northwood next week. So next week should be busy for Dan and I and our local fire departments, but well, just let them know how the taxation is gonna work, what it's could cost them, and how the service is gonna work, just making sure all the info is out there to get them to vote in November, so. That's it.
I had nothing last week, so. Anything for next week's agenda that's not on here?
The change on the Petco meeting.
One more
time
Petco meeting, that'll be it.
Should be it.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Moving second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Both same sign, motion will carry. Thanks, everyone.